Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Eminence, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the Staff of Ice and how to upgrade it on the new Zombies map, the Tomb. Now, first things first, you're going to want to make your way to the Dark Aether portal, activate it, and head inside. Once we have opened up all the doors to the door to nowhere, we're going to walk up to it and interact with it. Once we've interacted with it, it should open up a portal, and we're going to go inside of the portal. Once we've made it inside the portal, we're going to run all the way to the back of the Aether here, where the broken bridge is, and you're going to look at the Sentinel artifact. Once you have the dialogue from Archibald here, you'll be able to move on to the next step. Now the portal is activated, you should see around the map these purple fire lamps. We're going to go to the tomb and we're going to shoot this until it gets to the one that you see me look at here on screen. These will move every 30 seconds after you shoot them, and we're just getting this one into position for now. There's only going to be a few places in the room that the fire lamp can actually spawn. So like I said, just shoot it until it spawns on the one here that you see it in the video at. And once it's there, leave it there. Do not shoot it again. We're going to go ahead and get another one into position, so it'll make it easier when we get to the next step here. So the next position that we're going to want to go to is in the catacombs just to the right of spawn here. You should see the fire lamp hanging around the catacomb somewhere. For me, it was right here in front of Deadshot Daiquiri. And what we're doing is we're shooting it and we're trying to get it to move to the room to the left of Deadshot Daiquiri here. All right, now that we've shot enough of the fire lamps and it is into position, we're going to have to get to at least round 8. We have to kill a shock mimic and pick up the monocle it drops. If you have made it to round 8 before you start doing these steps, you should notice that once the firelights are in position, you should see symbols pop up on the paintings on the wall. If you have not made it there and you're setting this up beforehand like I do, all you need to do is make it to round 8 and kill a shock mimic. Once you have killed the shock mimic, we can move on to the next step. All right, now that we've killed that shock mimic, we're going to pick up the monocle it drops. Once we have that, we can go to one of the 2 locations that we set up the firelights at. It does not matter which one you go to first, so if you're closer to one than the other, by all means do it first. But once you make it there, we're going to be shooting Roman numerals on the paintings that light up now that we have the monocle. Once we do this step, it will initiate a lockdown, so make sure you go into this prepared. I recommend at least a pack-a-punched gun first, and perhaps Juggernog. You don't have to have these, but it definitely makes it easier to do. Now that you've made it back to one of the locations that we put the firelight at, you're going to see that there are Roman numerals popped up on a painting. Either it'll be a bull here, and then on the other one, it is a person with a bow. You're going to be shooting them in numerical order, so from lowest to the highest. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once you've shot the numbers in the correct sequence, it's going to start a lockdown. After this lockdown starts, you're going to have to survive about 6 waves of zombies. That's why I said make sure you have a pack-a-punch gun and maybe Juggernog. You don't have to bring either of those. It's just, it definitely helps, especially if you have more than one person in this room. But once you have started this lockdown and you have survived all 6 waves of these zombies, go back to where we shot the numbers at, and you should see the first part of the ice staff. We're going to pick that up, and then we're going to go do the same thing in the other location where we had the fire lamp at. All right, now that we've made it to our second location, it's the same thing one more time. We're going to be shooting them in numerical order. So this time it's going to be from 1 to 10. So once you've shot all of them, it is going to start the same lockdown again with the same zombies and the same 6 waves. Once you have completed all 6 of those waves, go back to where we shot the numbers at and pick up the other part for the ice staff. Once we have all of these parts for the ice staff, we're going to go back through the door to nowhere, and we're going to start one final lockdown so that we can get the wonder weapon. Now that we've made our way through the portal, all we're doing is going to the middle altar and holding our interaction button to start wave defense. If you have not pack-a-punched, I recommend doing that now, and if you do not have Juggernog, I also recommend doing that also. Mutant injections can make this super easy, so if you have one of those or if you have enough scrap to make one, I also recommend using that here. All you're doing is defending the ice staff from zombies. It's just wave defense. Once you have completed that and beaten all the zombies in the waves, you should get a nuke effect and it will kill the remaining zombies, and then you will be able to claim the Staff of Ice. Now, this is the base version of it. Now, let's work on getting this thing upgraded. All right, now that we have the ice staff, we're going to make our way back to the overworld, and we're going to be shooting some of these fire lamps with the ice staff only. It does not matter what three you pick as long as you can shoot them within quick succession of each other, within like 10 seconds of each other. So find a position that works best for you and make sure that you've shot them with your gun first to position them close to each other. For me, this is what works best. I go to the red portal and then I have them positioned like so. But once you have shot three within super quick succession of each other, you should hear a dialogue confirming that you've done so. And then we're going to go back to the Dark Aether and move on to the next step. All right, now that we've made our way back to the Dark Aether, look to the sky and you should see some purple glowing rocks with symbols on them. If you don't, just take a second to look around and you should see them somewhere. They can be a little tricky to find, but I promise you they're here. Once you find them, shoot them with the ice staff and they will hover above the ground just a little bit. You're going to want to take a picture of these because we're going to need to remember these for a code sequence in just a moment. But like I said, there's going to be three of them. So once we have all three of them shot, you'll hear a dialogue confirming that you've done so. And it's going to block off one of the portals that you can use to teleport here. So walk around until you figure out what portal that is and remember what color it is. Once you have found what portal that is, we're going to go back to the main world and we're going to walk to where that portal is at so that we can do the code sequence. Now that we've made our way back to the overworld, you should see the portal that was blocked off in the Dark Aether is blocked off here, but it has symbols on it now. We're going to shoot three symbols that we got off of the rocks into the door here with the ice staff. Now, it does not matter what order you do this in, and it does not matter what order you shot the rocks down in, as long as it is the three symbols. Once you've done that, the portal should reopen up, and you can go ahead and head inside. Once you do so, you should hear dialogue and a purple orb will spawn in front of you. Hit your interaction key on the orb and it will start a soul harvest wave defense type thing. Once you've done this, make sure you stick with the orb at all times. If you get away from the orb, it will fail it and you'll have to go another round before you can do it again. But if you stay with the orb, all you're doing is killing. And once you have killed enough, the orb will eventually find its way all the way back to where we first built the ice staff. You're going to kill a little more, and then you'll get a nuke effect. And then congratulations, you have upgraded the ice staff. Now that we've done all of that, just walk up to the middle where the orb goes and hit your interaction button and it will upgrade the staff for you. And this thing is a heck of a wonder weapon. The base is pretty bad, but the upgraded version is amazing. So if you found this useful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Also, I've been going live here recently, so you might be able to find a couple of the VODs on YouTube here. I've uploaded a couple of them. I haven't uploaded all of them, so if that is something that you're interested in, absolutely feel free to come in and hang out with me and chat with me for a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals and a little bit of Phasmophobia with some of my friends here, so if that's something that you might be interested in, like I said, feel free to come and hang with us. I'd love to talk to some of you guys. But with that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one, and have a great day.
Until you're done.